Welcome to LMS, Department of Collegiate Education, Karnataka. We are here in the second session of the drama Pygmalion, prescribed for third semester BSc, Bangalore University. In this session, there are some objectives. We have already looked at the core concerns of G.B. Shaw, his background, his influences in the previous slides. In this session, we are going to learn about how Shaw depicts the social hierarchy in the first scene of the drama, and also the characters who are so obsessed with class distinction. We also come to know the plot of the play, the setting, and also how the storyline takes the characters and how these characters are related to each other. From this session, we are going to learn the plot and the setting of the play, and also how the social issues have been introduced in the first scene of the play, the class distinction and the social reality, as it were. We come to know how the characters are related and how they develop in the next what we call acts, which contains 5 acts in total. Pygmalion, the Act 1, which takes place in portico of St. Paul's Church in Covent Garden. This action of the play begins at portico of St. Paul's Church in Covent Garden. It was almost 11:15 p.m. and it was raining heavily. So after the rain, some of the people appear at that portico, such as a young girl named Clara in Fort Hill and a mother are waiting for the Clara's brother Freddie, who has gone to look for a cap, but he could not get it. They were waiting along with them, Clara, Insford, her mother, and Freddie. We also see or witness another girl in the scene, that is the flower seller Lisa Doolittle. We also see Colonel Pickering, who pays halfpence to Lisa for the damaged flowers. Mr. Higgins, a phonetician, was also present in that place. So they are termed as the gentleman and the note taker in the beginning. We do not come across the names, specific names of Pickering and Higgins in the beginning of the play. We come to know later on. Earlier, they were given as the note taker and the gentleman. The note taker is Mr. Higgins, and the gentleman is Colonel Pickering. As it was raining, this flower girl is collided with Freddie, and the flowers fell off. And she goes to collect all the fallen flowers. At that scene, these people like Pickering, Higgins meet Eliza and observe Eliza because of her strange behavior. What exactly the strange behavior is, how she speaks. This attracts the attention of Mr. Higgins. He is a phonetician. A phonetician is a person who studies the speech sounds and how they are uttered in a scientific way. Here, he's so curious to learn, observe, and analyze the individual's speech of people, whoever it may be. As I already told, Higgins was very crazy in noting down the different dialects of people and their dialects as a phonetician. Dialect is a specific way of talking, the style of talking, the words used in a particular language. If we consider English, within English, there are a lot of dialects which are based on certain parts of the state or a country. And here, in the beginning of the play, others thought he was a police, a man who seems to be spying. He behaves as if he was spying, but he was doing the act of observation about speech, how people utter and produce the sounds while they speak. This seems to be something strange of Mr. Higgins. And we come to know Lisa, who seems to be like a hysterical girl or a lady. She could not comprehend the situation and the people around her. She was so restless and moves here and there in meeting people, or as she get collided with Freddie and collecting the flowers, and she was little disturbed and seems to be talking rubbish or whatever, she's just muttering. Mr. Higgins discovers a good possibility of studying the speech and utterances of Lisa. Mr. Higgins wanted such kind of strange, such kind of unusual utterances or the way of speaking of people as such. So he got a person, in fact, to study the speech sound or a different style of speaking. It may be slang or dialect, whatever we can call, spoken by Eliza, a flower seller. Higgins claims that he can place any man within 6 miles. That means he can understand, analyze which place this person is from based on the way of speaking, the accent or a style, the words used as such, and also one who can change the slang or colloquial speaking to the elite or rich or upper class person's speech as it is believed. And also he upbraids Lisa for her speech. So whatever she has spoken, he upbraids her. And he boasts that he could pass that girl from the flower seller to Duchess. Higgins and Pickering in this scene eventually get to know their real identity. Pickering is a person who is an expert in Sanskrit. He says that is from India. And also, they wanted to meet each other and they're eager to share their ideas on language because Mr. Higgins is from English background and Colonel Pickering is from Sanskrit, as they worked on the phonetics or sound system of the language as they express and share between them. And they go off to dine and discuss phonetics later on. And Lisa picks up the money Higgins and flung down upon exiting, and for once treats herself to a taxi ride home. So somehow, Mr. Pickering gives money for her for the fallen flowers, or the flowers which got wasted in the rain, which were fallen down. And picking up the money, she takes a taxi and rides back to home. So that ends this session where we come to know the characters like Clara Insford, her mother, Freddie, Mr. Higgins, Colonel Pickering, and Eliza, the main character who becomes prominent in this drama in the next acts. So, this session is concluded with this. Thank you.